Lego Star Wars, Fallen Order, and what was your third one? Swag?
Sorry, say again. I'm trying to focus on so many different things.
You'll live.
Lego Star Wars, Fallen Order, and then what was your third one?
Force Unleashed.
Force Unleashed. Okay, interesting choice. I like it.
I really enjoyed it. It was one of the earlier games, Star Wars games that I played, so...
I mean, I'll straight up put up one right now. I will tell another dating story as soon as we hit $750. I literally let you guys choose yesterday which of the two that you wanted to hear, and you guys chose that one, so I've still got one that I've got on my mind, so... are you guys already on... What planet is this?
I have no idea.
I am on Ord
I think we're on
Mantell.
Terrace. Are you on Ord Mantell? Oh yeah, you're finishing something class related.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, get over to Terrace, Swag. One Tired Sith, was your list the same, or did you have something else for the third?
SWTOR is my third.
Wow, SWTOR is your third. Okay.
I absolutely love this game.
I'm not a huge fan of MMOs. I don't know, and like this game, I really enjoy it, but I don't know, it feels a little empty to play by yourself, and then the story feels a little overwhelming if you're not playing by yourself, and so the two halves of the game really clash for me. Where'd the Damathon timer go? Apparently it went kaput for a second. Hold on a sec, I'll get it fixed. It's still going technically in the background, and so I just have to basically restart it. Let's see, 10 hours is, it's all in minutes, which is really annoying, so I have to like go calculate the minutes. 10 hours in minutes is 600 minutes. So it'd be 645 minutes. Start timer. There we go. It is back up and running. Done the 8 to 16 man raids. See, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of that type of gameplay in general. Like, the reason that I'm more willing to play this game than I am other MMOs is because it's Star Wars and because of the story. I'm not a big fan of the MMO grind.
That is fair. Where are you now? Are you on Nar Shaddaa, or...?
No, Nar Shaddaa's the next one. We're on Terrace.
Okay. I've got quests for both, so I'll head to Terrace.
Yeah. Tried the replay Force Unleashed again, but gave up on Kazdan Paratus boss fight. Literally impossible on the hardest difficulty. I mean, yeah, that one was probably one of the rougher ones. I think I had to redo that one a couple times the last time I played through it.
That's fair.
This is the first.
So long I played it, low-key.
Ooh, they gave us a little droid for May the 4th.
Yeah.
These speeders.
I didn't get a speeder.
You didn't get the Naboo Starfighter? Are you subscribed?
No.
Oh,
That's why.
Dude, I haven't played this since the last time we played it together, like 2 months ago. Of course I'm not subscribed.
Fair. That's fair. We accidentally resubscribed, so...
Oh yeah, I just bought the one-time purchase like 2 months last time I did it.
Yeah.
Young Cad being Tales of the Underworld is awesome. Don't spoil anything. I haven't watched it yet, but I am excited to watch it. I am hopeful because Tales of the Empire was amazing, even though Tales of the Jedi was amazing, even though Tales of the Empire was doo-doo. So. My tough. You guys want to do some flashpoints for a bit? I feel like some flashpoints would be fun.
I would be down.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the fleet and let's do that.
All right, works for me.
That's a shame. I can't have my cool mount that Storm got me on this character because it costs 300 galactic credits, not galactic, cartel coins to unlock it over all characters.
I hate that so much. When you go from being subscriber back to free to play, it switches up your interface.
Ah.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Never unsubscribe.
Comes to standing here for 18 hours straight or walking that road.
So annoying.
No thanks.
Easy solution.
We're
Fleet.
okay. I'm on my way to the fleet now.
This game is available only on Steam? Well, just like PC in general.
No, Steam, or there's a download from the website itself, and the website itself is technically more stable in some ways and then less stable in others.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I personally prefer the non-Steam version.
I used to play through the non-Steam version.
This game's gone through so many iterations that it has so much like legacy content of like, this was too complex, so we simplified it, and so there's like menus for things that just are never used anymore.
Yeah. Alright, I'm on the Imperial fleet, or not Imperial. I've been playing...
You're on the Imperial fleet?
Like...
My top 5 are Battlefront 2 Pandemic version, Star Wars... What? This is my first time on my ship? No. I've been on my ship before.
You might have taken the other way around. I actually hadn't done the conversation with him either.
No, weird.
Glad to be back.
Okay. Yeah, I honestly don't remember any of my ships, so it's entirely possible that I actually never went on my ship and I just went through the map.
Fair enough.
That's right, they set it up like the Millennium Falcon for this character. Okay, so this is Madness speaking, not me. Pandemic, Battlefront 2, Star Wars The Force Unleashed 1 and 2 tied. See, I really didn't like 2. They dropped the ball hard on 2, in my opinion. A 4-hour campaign in a single-player game, just, it wasn't it, Chief. I was so upset. I spent $100 on like the special edition of that one. In fact, hold on, let me find it. The special edition came with this little Star Killer thumb drive, and I've had it since that game came out. And me and my brother both beat the whole game in 24 hours, beat every challenge in the game in 24 hours, and we're really sad. It's not even a good flash drive. It's like a... I think it has maybe like 256 megabytes of space. Something like that. It's really small. I literally use it as a boot drive for my PCs. Will the new Lightspeed bundles start tomorrow? Beaver play Warframe when? 3 to 5 business years.
You should play it with us now.
2 has, yeah, the gameplay was more fun, the dismemberment was more fun, but the story was just supremely lacking, and the length of the story was supremely lacking, and so that's why I didn't like Force Unleashed 2. The gameplay was a lot of fun. It did seem a little too easy at times, though. But then again, so did the first game, because you could just spam lightning against literally any character, and it would just unlock them. What were the other ones that you had? KOTOR, Jedi Fallen Order, and SWTOR. Let me fair. Looks like SWTOR broke the Twitch stream. Let me try running an ad for a second and see if we can't get it to kind of reset. Oh yeah, it's buffering on my side too.
That's not good.
Huh. I don't know if there's any way I can reset it. Let me see if I can find this for people. I might be able to fix this. Okay. We tried toggling a setting and hopefully that fixed it. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do, guys, when I'm live without like completely resetting a stream. But I toggled the setting that I think should help with it, and I hope that does help with it. But yeah, I apologize, guys. You got to remember when this game came out, though. Like, it's a reward from a game, and so it's just a fun little thing, and so it's not really meant to be the most insane thing in the world, anyways. But on top of that, you got to remember when it came out. Like back then, like the biggest that you could really get was like an 8 gig. Like there really wasn't anything. If you wanted to get like a 64 gig, it was like super expensive. Nowadays it's like you can get a 2 terabyte and you can get like a 4 terabyte flash drive. Like we got so much technology in that way. So is it this one? I can never remember which hangar it is for this.
It's mission departures.
Yeah, here we go. I'm in the right place. Right? This is the right place? Nope. Wait. Is this...
You are D&T Dumpling, right?
Me? I'm Deathstick Dan.
Oh, right.
This is the other set. I want the...
Drop some launcher.
Yeah, launch hanger. If you're still making content, you'll ask again. Okay, sounds good. I probably will, considering how much I enjoy making content. Now it's skipping very fast. It's probably trying to catch up because like I just looked at my preview for Twitch and like it's so far behind. And so it's probably trying to jump and catch up with where it was. Just guys, refresh the stream once or twice and it should be back to normal. Let's skip Hammer Point Station. I'm not a fan of Hammer Point Station.
I'm fully on board with that.
I'm gonna die. But yeah, if you guys want another dating story, all we have to do is hit 750, and on top of that, any gifted memberships, I will match the gifted membership. And if you get Trey, Caleb Wheeler, or not Con Warlock, Apple E a membership, any of those three, you will get the bounty done, and you will get yourself a custom emoji for yourself in the Discord, as well as a permanent role in the Discord.
You answered my call.
So
I couldn't have asked for better.
is there anything I need to watch out for in an SLKR mirror nowadays? I have no idea. Make sure you bring in Lobster to get fast ultimate. You're not going to be able to kill anyone until Darkside Ray takes a turn. Have a faster Darkside Ray and have a faster SLKR, and you should basically always win. Oh, no Darkside Ray? Then you just bring in Lobster as your 5th, and honestly, it's a crapshoot. Madness coming in with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, my friend. Congratulations, Phoebe Draper, Keon, Caitlin, Ardahan, and Spruits on your gifted memberships. Oh, I sneezed hard. Oh.
You alright?
Yeah, that hurt. Congratulations, It's Nova, Sam Elder, Brandon Briggs, Free Lorne, and Sergeant Cooker on your gifted memberships. We're getting quite a bit of the people that are commonly on the channel.
Now intelligence reports indicate the Sith Empire intercepted those transmissions.
We up the timer.
Gus is putting together a strike team as we speak.
That Sith name sounds familiar, but I can't put a face to it.
Darth Malgus is a formidable enemy who will stop at nothing to destroy us. That is all you need to know. Whatever evil presence has been unleashed on Aethys must not be allowed to escape, or worse, become a weapon of the Empire. Take a shuttle, meet the dark side threat, and gather all the Sith relics you find for study and containment. May the Force be with you.
Okay. That does get us over our 750, and so we are going to have a dating story. Okay. Oh dang, I have like all the AoEs. Okay, sweet.
Thoughts on the new drip?
It be dripping though.
Like,
I don't know, I didn't look at it. Ooh, it looks really good. You're invisible on my screen, I can't see you.
that's how it's supposed to be.
Sexy.
Thank you.
Lightsabers are freaking weird. Okay.
Land out there.
You're good now, graphic? Okay, sweet.
9 Mark 1. Our comm systems are bad.
Dainty Dumpling, are you hurt on your screen? Because you're hurt on my screen.
You are also hurt. It didn't set us to max HP.
Love that. Who needs healers? Healers aren't good in any game. Dang, this is gonna be hard.
Oh, you started this on Dead Space?
Probably. I wasn't paying attention. You guys are the ones that started this. I'm dead. Do we not have a companion?
No, we do not.
Okay, I'll call mine in when I get revived. Okay, so this story is a story. Are you guys ready for it? Are you guys ready for a story that's about a story?
Aye, aye, Captain.
I can't hear you.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Oh. Let's current role tank. How do I open his menu? It's N. Your role needs to be heals, buddy. There we go. Okay, we now have a healer.
Perfect.
Okay. So, I at one point I met this person's family, right? This is gonna be like a kind of a weird roundabout way to get to the story for a second, but you're gonna have to bear with me. Like find that bear, grab him, and then bear with me. So I met this girl's family, you know, back home, and I'd never met her herself really. Like I saw her once, but like I'd hung out with her family once or twice, and that's about it. And I then went to college, and at college, while scrolling through a dating app, she showed up, and I was like, oh, this is weird. She probably doesn't know who I am, but I remember her because I used to, you know, hang out with her family, but she was almost never home. And so I'm like, this is weird, but I mean, sure, she's cute. And so I swiped up on her, you know, as you do. And so, or swiped right, or whatever it was for that specific dating app. I don't remember. And so we matched, and I was like, oh, yeah, no, I don't know if she remembers me. And so I'm like, do you remember me? And she's like, nope, who are you? And I was like, oh, yeah, that's probably sounded really creepy. I hung out with your family. Still probably sounds real creepy. I hung out around this time. And she's like, oh, I do vaguely remember that you would come around, but I don't think we ever met each other. And I'm like, yeah, not really. And so, yeah, it was a little awkward in the initial conversation. But then I was like, you know, okay, well, let's do a first date. And so I had the plan of, hey, I make good pizza dough. I make homemade pizza dough, and we have a first date after talking for like a couple weeks at this point. And we make pizza together, and I know how to make really professional looking pizza, and I can walk her through it, and it's a fun little thing, you know. And I'm like, sure, let's do this. Because she talked about how much she missed pizza from home, and so I was like, yeah, let's do this. And so I get the pizza dough ready. I invite her over. Long story short, that's how I lost a kidney. Exactly. You know exactly where this is going. So yeah, I just, you know, invite her over. She comes over. I'm expecting we cook the pizza, talk, have dinner, and then she leaves. I got music playing in the background while we do stuff. She sits there for the first 30 minutes and just criticizes my music tastes while we're cooking the pizza. And I was like, okay. Like, I get being like, oh yeah, I'm not a big fan of this song, but like literally every song that came on, she was just like, wow, this playlist is just absolutely awful. I'm like, I can change it. And she's like, no, this is fine. And I'm like, okay. And then we get to the point where we're, you know, eating the pizza and stuff, and, you know, I make dang good pizza. All my roommates at the time loved my pizza and would beg me to make pizza for them. And so, you know, we make this pizza and we're eating it, and she seems to be enjoying it. And then one of my roommates comes in the door because like we were in the living room / kitchen area of the apartment, and one of my roommates comes in and is like, what do you think of the pizza, as he's like going towards his room. And she's like, oh, I've had better. It doesn't even measure up anywhere near to the things that I had at home. And I was like, ouch, okay. And then like continued on for the next 3 hours criticizing any behavior that I did, any like everything about me, and then spent another a bit of that time talking about everything that she's done, like sexually, including a buddy of mine that I wasn't aware of. And I was like, dude, what is this date? Like, are you trying to sabotage this date? Because that's what it feels like, is you're choosing the worst topics to talk about. You're choosing like the worst things possible to be like, let's criticize this, and, you know, just absolute complete negativity the entire time. And I'm like, what is happening here? And so I assume that she's trying to sabotage the date, and that this is like she's not interested, and I'm like, I'm just trying to get her out of the apartment at that point. Lasts for 4 hours of staying at my apartment, and I'm like, why are you still here? Like, why? And then at the very end of all of this, she goes, so when's our second date? So she wasn't trying to sabotage it. And like she reached out to me and kept texting me trying to get me to go on a second date with her. And I'm like, what is happening? Like what? So yeah,
that is something.
That's like ignorant toxicity.
Yeah, no, it was really bad. And then I checked up on her like a month later and she was married. And I was like, whoa, yeah, I'm glad I dodged that bullet even more so now.
That's... yeah.
So yeah, there's a dating story for you guys. Dole it bodged is definitely the right thing to say, that's for sure. Is Asteroid here? No, Asteroid is super busy with finals right now, so we can only get him for one little segment at the beginning. Dang, we're getting a lot of credits from this. I forgot how much credits we get.
Oh no, I'm liking it.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything of actual value in here other than their XP. I came over here to do some scavenging.
Hit a rough corner of the crazy hot scale. See, every single dating story I have is hitting the rough side of the crazy hot scale.
Are you their type? Is that what that means?
Maybe. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Like, as I've mentioned several times, you know, there was at one point in college where during the course of a week, I got offered sex 3 times. And 2 of them were married women that had kids. And one of them had kids my age that I had worked with before. And that one was my boss, and she, her quote was, "A ring doesn't cover a hole."
Okay.
Yeah. Like, bro, my relationship with women has been absolutely wild. Welcome everyone coming in from Calvin Awesome. You guys are awesome coming in here, I must say. But yeah, we're just telling awful dating stories right now as a reward for hitting 750. For those of you who don't know, we're doing a Damathon, so we go until that timer runs out. So we're trying to go for a 6-day stream, and our goal is $2,500. Every time we hit like a $50 mark, we have another incentive, such as telling a stupid dating story or requesting a new song from our artists, requesting new emojis, you know, all kinds of random stuff. So.
Could I get a res?
You are down?
Yeah, I died.
Where?
Oh, he found me.
Okay.
It took some effort.
Did you ever watch Venture Bros? I did not.
Yeah. You are the, like, 4th person in the past month I've heard talk about Venture Bros.
Yeah, I have no idea what that even is, I'm gonna be honest. You guys ready?
Yep. Really? I didn't for a while before, but...
I actually don't know what any of my abilities do, so I should probably read them because we haven't played in a while. Okay, perfect. I've got it down.
Are you a rescue mission? A cleanup crew? No matter. You will embrace his word, as we did.
Oh, they all like me.
Oh wow, that
You
they do.
can have the edge. I am all the boss.
Yeah, what a time to raid is right.
Rise again, and we will be his favored children.
I've got healing abilities, but I don't need healing abilities.
You might be spec in the wrong area.
Oh, I accidentally canceled the ability. Whoops. I could have killed basically all of them right there.
Work.
Thing.
His servants have waited for 1,000 years. They will slay you and
got a
return
head.
to the stars.
Nice game. A bit massively buggy. Yeah,
also
this
got
game
a
is pretty buggy.
beast.
Swagfrog is, I'm guessing, who you're talking about. I've not played SWTOR in forever. Yeah, I only pick it up every once in a while, but you know, it's Star Wars week, so we're doing it, my friend.
I don't think I sound like Asteroid.
Do I sound like Asteroid?
I don't know which one of you
So-
he's referring to because I don't hear it, so I don't know.
Yeah, neither do I.
Well, now that we have more of you, I'm going to ask the almighty question we asked earlier. What are your guys' top 3 Star Wars games? Go. Yes, it is. Oh my gosh, I'll fix it now that I'm not mid-game in a game that I can't do it. We were told about this earlier, but I was just busy at the time playing a different game, and so I couldn't. I didn't have time to do something to be evil. Yes, I fixed it. Thank you, Mary. Your name's Marijuana? Why not Mary did you? Every time I see Wana, I immediately think of Wanawanga. Not at all the, you know, actual drug that you're referring to with your name. Not close enough for me to do much because I'm mostly a AoE character. What is my specialization right now? I feel like I've got a weird one. I have direct damage set. Why do I have so many heals? I'm so confused.
Maybe you should go for the damage over time so that you just have straight up raw damage.
That's what I'm supposed to be.
We're switching to damage over time. Hold on. I had 500,000 credits, so I was like, sure, I'll buy the field specialization. Now I can switch anytime I want to. Okay, so what does this ability requires and converts 10 stacks of supercharged event and 10 heat? I don't know what that means. Okay, sounds good. Incendiary missile. Okay, so we got a new attacking ability. We still have our 2 heal abilities. Okay, whatever. You guys ready for this fight?
Not
Yes.
quite, but I can
Jedi Survivor, Force Unleashed, and Battlefront 2. Oh, the 2017 version of Battlefront 2. Interesting, Shack Tag. Yes, Talion. Yes, you can.
All right, I'm prepped and ready to go.
Every character that I have in this in this game, except for the character we're currently playing, is named after a food and then an adjective. So like my first one was Savage Pancake. We got Creepy Crepe, Homicidal Bacon, all that type of stuff. Fallen Order, Survivor, Swago. Wow, interesting. Fallen Order and Survivor were that like profound for you? Like I definitely have Jedi Survivor on my list right now, but the missile explodes on contact target. Okay.
Oh, Beaver, I did get Battlefront 2 to work on my computer.
Like Dice Battlefront 2?
Yeah, Dice.
Heck yeah. We can play it.
Exactly.
Hold up, Jedi Power Battles on PS5? Yeah, Jedi Power Battles should be available on all consoles and PC as well now, with the Aspire re-release that happened in January. So if anyone wants to play that game that I was just playing with our artists, you should have access to it. You can go purchase it on whatever console or PC that you happen to be playing on. I've never played it, the DLC, and I don't know anything about the DLC. But if it's something that happens in the DLC, it's going to be something that's accessible by any faction, which is why I would say yes to the bounty hunter thing. I don't look up lore videos. I don't enjoy lore videos, especially because a lot of times they're just fraught with misinformation. And so I don't enjoy that type of content. I only enjoy the like first person content when it comes to Star Wars. So like I'll go and play every game. I go read the books. Like I just finished one of the newer books with Mon Mothma and Saw Gerrera. It was okay. It wasn't my favorite, but it was okay. It was interesting to see Mon Mothma with PTSD right after episode 3. But yeah.
I remember there's an item we can pick up in here. Oh, I guess it's an archaeology thing.
Yep.
Oh.
We get some kind of bonus if you do it.
Yeah.
You're fine, Graphic. I get it, my friend. I wish I could fix it on stream right now, but I'm gonna have to wait until we start our next stream, essentially. Were there any former separatists that joined the rebellion? As far as I know, not really, because there wasn't really a rebellion as far as the old separatists were concerned. Because like all the separatists were, for the most part, like brought into the Republic right after the events of Episode 3. And so they all became part of the new empire after the war. But like they had some separatists, like I can't say that word, sleeper agents that were designed to basically fight on even after the separatists ended. And so like during that book that I just referred to, one of the characters, that's one of the main characters, is one of those sleeper agents who's working with Saw Gerrera to try and fight the Empire and bring back the separatists, even though like primarily all of the separatist planets are starting to align themselves with the Empire just to survive, because their economies can't hold up with what they need, and so they have to bow to the Empire. And so for the most part, there's not really a official rebellion until like the last couple of years right before Episode 4, and so not really something that the separatists could join. So I'm sure there's like some older people in the rebellion that were part of the separatist movement, but like not anything specific as far as I know. Reign of Empire, Mask of Frar, is really good at times, but just like super heavy on details for no reason. Other times it kind of bogs it down in like 3/4 of the way through. What era is that? I don't know that one, Nicholas. A Mask of Fear, that's that what it's called. Yeah, what era is that? Oh, I leveled up and got a whole bunch of new abilities. I'll have to check what those are.
Nice.
The Seps did join the rebellion and cause a ton of friction. They joined Mon Mothma's cause in right after Episode 3, but I don't know about actually joining in the full rebellion. At least in the new canon, I haven't seen anything about it. They're still kind of working through a lot of that stuff with like Andor and things in the new canon. In the old canon, I don't recall hearing anything specific, but I didn't read a lot of books between Episode 4 and 5, or Episode 3 and 4 that were outside of like Jedi surviving Order 66 in the old canon. Yeah, no, that's the one that I'm talking about, actually, Nicholas. That's the one that I've been reading. I just finished it. Yeah. In fact, Nicholas, I'm almost positive you mentioned it on stream, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then I went and read it at work. Did Luthen argue with Saw about separatists? I don't know. I don't recall a specific moment. Like they talked briefly about, you know, there was a faction of separatists, but I don't know if it's the same separatists as in the what are they called? The CIS, the Confederacy of Independent Systems. I don't know if it's the same set of separatists or if it's just a set of separatists at that time, because the separatists of the Clone Wars era reintegrated with the Empire right after Episode 3. Yes, I have seen the cinematic trailers for this game. There's something I watch probably once a year, at least. Hey, Dumpling, you got something following you.
I know. I'm trying to remedy this. Oh my, I shoot something once and they just immediately come over to me.
It's possible that he was a separatist. If it was, it would have been under wraps, because the senators are way too nice for him to be a straight up separatist. Unless the view of separatists has gotten much better in the Empire between, like, you know, Episode 3 and where Andor starts. Oh yeah, Stellan Skarsgård is amazing in that role. Yeah, I'll have to do some research on what the best bit rate would be to do multi-stream to Twitch and YouTube and see if there's something with Twitch that's causing problems with the bit rate. Because I've optimized my bit rate for YouTube because I was having glitches on YouTube most. I wonder where that's from, Madness. Whoa, that's sick. Oh, I love that so much. My new ability is cool. Did Beaver do GAC yet? No, we're gonna be doing GAC later tonight. That's one that I still haven't read, so that's on my list, but I haven't read either of the books, the Twilight Company or Inferno Squad, or I think those are the name of the two books. But yeah, both of those are on my list, but I have not gotten around to them yet. So yeah, the Iden Versio book, I think Twilight Company is the one for Battlefront 1 that came out. I also haven't read the one for Jedi Survivor either. I just finished the original, like, first 3 books made for the High Republic. Dang, that bad, huh? Anyone read the Dust Plagueis book? Oh yeah, it's really solid. It does have a lot of references to other books, but you don't need to technically know those references. Like, some of them kind of feel unnecessary, honestly. James Luceno is very involved in Star Wars back then. I don't know what he's up to now. He hasn't done a Star Wars book in a while. But James Luceno loved to incorporate other people's canon into his book for the extended universe. He was really good about that. But I really enjoyed Darth Plagueis. It was one of my favorite books. James Luceno is one of my favorite Star Wars authors. Ugh. I should get rid of him. My favorite? Ooh, that's actually kind of a good question, because there's actually quite a few of the new canon books that I really enjoyed. If you want a really funky one that I actually was surprised how much I enjoyed, I highly suggest the Phasma book. I was actually really surprised by the Phasma book. It was like post-apocalyptic Star Wars, like Mad Max meets Star Wars. But as for like my favorite of the new canon, I really do like Dark Disciples. Of course, Thrawn is probably my favorite. I'm like trying to think through all of the ones that I've read in the new canon. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with Dark Disciples. Outside of the Thrawn stuff, I think Dark Disciples is my favorite. I know some people really didn't like that one, but I really enjoyed it.
Double drop. Lightsaber? Nope, Ogman.
Dude, Timothy Zahn's an awesome dude in general. He's a great writer, obviously, but he's also an awesome dude. If you meet him at cons, he'll literally, if you go to his booth, he'll sit there and just talk to you if there's no one else around.
Going to that con was a lot of fun. He was super cool.
Oh yeah.
Very humble as well.
When glaring issue to me, it's one of those unreliable narrator books that gives itself plausible deniability. Legends of Luke Skywalker did the same thing. I don't think I ever read Legends of Luke Skywalker. Yeah, I don't think I know what that one is.
Okay, this room's got some champions in it. There's 3 champions actually.
Yeah, there's me, you,
I
and
believe
Swag.
we're close to the end of the flashpoint.
No, the next room has 3 champions.
I don't know which one's the next room.
This one.
Up here.
There's a guardian.
Right,
Disciple,
this is the one we want to pull them one by one.
Yeah.
Oh, the last time we did this, we got absolutely wrecked. That's right.
Yeah, I will pull the disciple up here. But you might want to move out of that.
But I like it when it get hurt. It feels good. About 5 stowaway kids sharing stories about Luke that may or may not be true. So you get 5 different stories about Luke from different planets. I don't like that so much. I feel like that feels very unreliable narrator. I don't think Phasma feels that way as much by any means, because Phasma is literally like, you know, it's not random kids telling random stories. It's an interrogation of someone who's like discovered the evidence and everything. Like that feels much more trustworthy of a source than just some kids telling stories on a ship. So I don't think I would like that one for sure. Because that feels like I want to tell stories that I know can't technically be in canon, but I can still make this book. I want to make my fan fiction in Star Wars that may or may not be canon.
All right, let's pull the Guardian next.
Guardian? Who's the Guardian?
The one
Oh, that guy.
right now.
I don't like him. It's all canon, yeah, but it can be changed essentially because it's, it's as easy as just saying, oh yeah, it was a story, and then they could change that. Whereas something with, where it says it straight up instead of being a random kid saying it, it's much harder to change without a reason, which is why, like, Dave Filoni had to make Tales of the Underworld to explain why he took his character back and why she's still alive. And have to actually explain it away instead of just leaving it at, oh yeah, I just did it. Still upset at Dave for that one.
All right, one more left.
And there's 2 more in this room up here.
Oh, lovely. So yeah,
Love
let's
it.
just bring this guy down here for sure.
He broke my line of sight. I tried to shoot a rocket at him. How dare he? Yeah, I've got like no good stuff for a single target like this.
Oh really? I've got all good stuff for a single target.
Yeah, my whole build
I'm
is
a
based
sniper,
around.
so I can do like up to 60,000 damage to a single target in one shot.
Like my whole kit is based around single target damage over time and then AoEs.
I have like 1 or 2 AoEs and neither of them are great, so who got the green gear?
Me. It was a freaking gun that I can't use.
Nice.
See, Heinricher, I disagree with that because
I got-
they are trying to maintain a like an actual canon.
Grab aggro from one of these guys.
Alright, I'll take, Temple Guardian first. We can find him right here.
Oh, it actually worked. I wasn't expecting that to work. The last guy I couldn't do it on.
Not
be a
line of sight from
chance.
me. Kinda like how lightning works.
I have no idea how to build this up. How do I apply this? 10 attack is supercharged into heat. I don't know what that means. I need to go read the kit for this character.
Hit review.
Never really played KOTOR.
Head in the artwork.
I mean, this is Star Wars: The Old Republic, but yeah, KOTOR was fun. It's definitely dated at this point. I really enjoyed KOTOR as a kid. Like, it was phenomenal. As an adult, I think it's a little simplistic, surprisingly enough. Like, it looks really complex, but it's basically just you build a strength build and then win. Like, that's kind of it.
There's not a lot of genuine versatility.
Yeah, like in the second game, I'm glad they added like different stuff. Like, oh, you can use guns, and it's actually viable because there's feats making it so that way you're able to deal, have like an increased chance of hitting people that have lightsabers and stuff like that. And so it feels a lot better playing the second game. But the story is severely lacking in the second game, whereas the first game, the story's great, but the gameplay's just it's okay.
Feels like game studios can rarely nail both.
Wow, okay, there's 4 in this room.
Yeah.
There's so many champions.
Oh my goodness. Well, let's pull this temple guardian in the middle that's walking towards us.
Okay.
You have a much longer range than I do, that's for sure.
I mean, I am playing a sniper, so...
It's not a person, Mary. It is an entire group. There's an entire group of them, and they're the same people that were there when George Lucas was around. They like, one of them got sent out when Jedi Fallen Order was coming out and when Jedi Survivor was coming out, to make sure that none of it's breaking canon and, you know, push them in different directions to make it a more cohesive story. Double drops are tomorrow. Yes, we are saving up for it, that's for sure.
We're gonna have a second one.
Yeah, like right as this one dies.
It's not bad though. We're, you know, almost done with this one.
I just tried to move on until he got here.
Push him over there for a second. Give me time to be able to pick up my gear.
I don't know about that one, buddy. I'm dropping everything I can to lose his aggro.
I think I got his aggro now.
Yeah, you
Nope,
did.
I-
Yeet. Let's see. Went to a dry dock. Are you saying reset the cannon entirely? Because they already did that.
That's why there's old canon and new canon.
Yeah. They wiped anything that George Lucas didn't consider canon.
Alright, which one of these do we take on first? The Guardian or the Disciple? Honestly, we can probably ignore the other one.
Is it
But
5-6? I thought it was 5-5 for double drops, and huh.
pull the
I'm
one
off by a
on the
day
left.
then.
Pull the one on the left, okay.
Corso, what are you doing?
Spinning, alright? You got put in the washing machine, okay? That poor guy.
Nope. Interrupt that. Gosh, this guy just has like focus after focus ability.
You know what, I'm just gonna sit here in the lightning.
Is the triple drops on 5-5?
5-8.
No, triple drops on 5-8. Okay. 5-6 and 5-7. Yeah, I'm off by a day then. Have a good night, George, and whatever you said there. I don't know if that's censorship or what. I don't know, George Z?
Aw. Should've been George L.
I have no idea who either of those people are.
You do know who George L is, you just have to turn L into Lucas.
Ah. Yeah, he shows up to my streams quite often.
That's what I mean.
There's more champions. Left or right?
Lovely.
Stronger business move? Yes. Are they going to do it? No. Because like you underestimate how much influence those have. Like as a business, a better business decision for those who can currently spend money, yes, but not for those who are kids, for those who are, because those are their Star Wars movies at this point. Like it's too ingrained in young kids that like you would basically upset the next generation in the same way that getting rid of the old canon was for me. Like I was so upset initially on that happening, and so like it might be a better thing, but it's better to just continue from where they're at and keep going. Otherwise you're going to end up just pissing off people again. You never want to do a rebrand. If you do a rebrand and you do a redo of something, you instantly make it much worse. Like Cricket, the phone company, has been owned by AT&T for over 10 years at this point, and they're still called Cricket. They are not a conglomerate of AT&T. They don't become AT&T because they know that they're going to lose more clientele by by switching the name to AT&T than they would just keeping the name Cricket, and so they just keep it as the name Cricket. The only time that you ever switch a name, you switch out things like that, fundamental pieces of a IP, is when it's not succeeding. The reason we had so much transience in Marvel is because Marvel was going bankrupt in the early 2000s and late 90s, and so they were desperately trying to try anything. They were selling the rights to all kinds of different people and saying, make whatever the freak you want, which is why we have a Japanese Spider-Man movie. We have we have the X-Men. We have all this stuff. It's just because of that.
Be sure we cannot kill the living fire.
I don't like that.
You're gonna have to run from it.
Feel the wrath of Bodal Thread!
Corso's probably gonna die to it. I'm just gonna spend this whole time keeping Corso alive so Corso can keep us alive.
That's fair. Whew, he's got a high level of resistance. My crits are dealing like 5,000 less than they normally would.
Okay, and you can see that they realize that the new movies are not successful. They are pulling all the stuff out of like Disney World and everything like that, and like Disneyland, and making it so it's more focused around the prequel era and the episode 4, 5, and 6 era. Like they're definitely pulling back from them because they realize that it's not good to focus on them, but they can't really get rid of them.
Feel the wrath of Bodal Thread!
They will forever
Marvel sell assets for like $1.
With Acolyte.
I don't remember how much it was overall, but it was not a very high amount for what they were selling for things. I don't know if there was any IP they did for $1 though. I know when they sold, I think it was X-Men to Fox. I can't remember if it was Spider-Man to Sony or X-Men to Fox. One of the two. They also tried to sell Iron Man as well as like the Avengers in general to them, and they wouldn't take them. And they were like, nope, we don't think any of this is interesting. This is the only thing we're interested in. And so like the Avengers movies were essentially them taking like what they had left that no one would buy and making something. Ooh, trying to pull something with the World Between Worlds is very sketchy, because the moment that you pull something that crazy out of the World Between Worlds, it becomes the Marvel Universe, Heinricher. And that's what Dave Filoni was trying to push with his Rebels stuff when he was doing it, was how careful you have to be, and why he made Ezra not be able to change the past and that type of stuff. Because the moment that you introduce, oh yeah, you can go back in time and save people's lives, and you can go back in time and change the past and that type of stuff, you instantly have the Marvel Universe where no one dies and everyone gets sick of the comics. They have to reboot the comics every once in a while because no one can die. Same with DC Comics. And that unbelievability of people not dying and things being changed is something you can't do. Now, something like, I think Star Trek actually pulled it off pretty well. It's the only time I've ever seen go back in the past and change things work pretty well as the Star Trek reboot.
Just exit area.
Where is the exit? Oh, there's the exit area.
It's a button on your screen.
Yeah, it's there. It's something to they could do. It's just a really slippery slope. Indiana Jones was a perfect trilogy. Yeah, I do think Indiana Jones is up there for being perfect trilogies. I'd have to go rewatch them though to finalize my thoughts on it. But I love Last Crusade, which is, usually a third movie in a trilogy is hard to make it as good as the first one, and it usually declines over the course of a trilogy versus improving.
I'm also assume.
Wait, is this us turning it in?
I think so.
What's happening here?
Yeah.
Dang.
Real quick, and then
This is Carrick Station.
Some crazy thunder outside right now.
We're masters.
Lord of the Rings is a perfect trilogy. I agree.
Artifacts we could.
More importantly, you returned home safe. The Council no longer feels any disturbance in the Force coming from that world.
It's not raining where I am.
The ruins were once a great city built by a renegade Sith alchemist.
So it is
Yeah, we've had some crazy rain that just comes in and it's just crazy rain for like literally 5 minutes and then it's gone.
Ruins were their descendants.
Well, that happens here.
I guess I should probably close my window because it is looking fairly cloudy and like it might rain soon.
It's not a remake or not a remaster, it's a remake Italian, so it's going to be completely different. It's not going to be like play for play the same game with better graphics. It'll be a remake. It is still technically in development. We don't have any news on it besides that when the company that's working on it bought their contract out and got it out from underneath their parent company, they confirmed that they are still working on it. That's basically all we know. I haven't watched the new indie. I've seen Crystal Skull way back when, and everyone hit.
For a meal at the dealers down on Coruscant, and I'll forget all about.
Dude, you can flirt with Satele?
Such a generous offer.
Ain't no way.
Dude, I just flirted with Satele, bro.
I know.
Thank you again.
I'm kinda...
And may the force be with you.
I'm jealous.
Little jealous.
Bro, did you guys have that option in your list?
No.
No?
Well, for more obvious reasons.
Well, we might have, but I didn't see that.
I didn't.
Interesting. Huh. Okay, I'll take that any day. Yeah, Star Wars Eclipse is also stuck in development hell, so. Pull the it's all a dream and have Qui-Gon type have a Force vision. Young Rey and bring her in. Yeah, see, that feels like such a cop-out. It'd be very hard to pull in and like do something that doesn't feel super unsatisfying with that. Like that's one of the biggest problems is just like even just the things to solve it. If it's not done incredibly well, it's just going to turn out really poor.
I have to go eat. I will be back later.
How dare you?
I'm probably gonna hop off here, so thanks for having me, though.
Yeah, if that's the case, we'll probably switch over to GAC. So, appreciate you guys coming on. We had a little fun playing SWTOR.
Yeah.
Yeah, we destroyed that flashpoint. That took a lot longer last time.
Yeah, I think a lot of it was those frickin' end characters. We tried taking them on. I remember the first time we tried taking them on at the same time a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have not tried the new Indiana Jones game, and to be fair, that's not a comment on Indiana Jones, that's a comment on how much time I have in my life. I haven't even tried the new Oblivion remake.
Ooh, I've got that and Expedition 33. Those are two games that I need to try.
Expedition 33 as well. I haven't had time to play it. Like literally, I have not had time in the last month to play video games almost all, except for like I play 3 games of Marvel Rivals every other day, and that's about it because that's what 30 minutes of my time that I actually have free.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, I'll catch you later.
Sounds good.
Are we still doing the other thing eventually?
Message me what the other thing is because you said that a couple times, but I'm spacing on what the other thing is.
I will just reply to your message because you asked for it.
Okay. Thank you.
There you go.
Okay, sweet.
Well, I'll see you later. And then just, let me know. And
okay, sounds good.
Have a good one.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming on.
Okay, guys. I'm still here, and like, subscribe. I'm trying this out. Thank you to RabidBeaver for having me on there, even though I just left. But yeah, SWTOR is fun. Hopefully this can get some shorts. Who knows? Yeah.